Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the pod. I need a name. I know. I was thinking Aiden's Chit Chat. No, that's cringe. I can't do that. I'm also looking at my computer again for notes because I need notes. Look, I sometimes it comes from up here, but sometimes I just gotta have notes. Okay. So today we're gonna be talking about failure. Hey guys, before we start the episode today, I kind of want to take a minute and explain myself of why I didn't upload last week, the following week, all the other weeks. I tried to go. We have a studio. We have a studio that we can use, but I have to have an SD card to use the mic in order to get the audio, and I don't have that right now. So once we get an SD card, I'll be back in the studio and it'll all work out. Also, life's been busy right now, and I know sometimes you just gotta grind through it, so that's what we're doing right now. So I just wanted to put it out there. So, failure. Is failure good? Is failure bad? What is failure to you? So right now I kind of want you guys to just take a minute and think about, what is failure to me? When I see the word failure, what do I think about? What do I think about when I fail? Like, if you fail, what do you think about? What goes to your mind? Because I looked up the definition, and it says, failure is attempting a goal or task and not succeeding. That is true in some cases, for most people. But how I classify failure is, you have a goal or a task and you're not even attempting it because you're scared to fail. That is what I think about when I hear failure. Because when you fail, with failing comes growth. Because when you fail, there's a learning opportunity because something went wrong. You can learn from that. And then if you succeed the next time, you're now a peer. This is growth. Like, if that makes sense. And when you grow, or when you fail, that means there's room to grow, which is good. That's why failure is good in my mind. That makes sense. Because if you succeed the first time, I think, like, if I succeed the first time, if I set a goal, I didn't push myself hard enough. And I feel like I'd rather fail time and time again and grow a lot than just succeeding the first time. Because, again, I feel like I didn't push myself hard enough, and I feel like that's failing more than not learning anything, because I didn't learn anything from that, I'm not saying, like, set a goal that's so outside of the field that your goal is in. Like, if you can't set a goal to win an Ironman if you've never swam 500 yards in your life, because an Ironman is 2 miles, I'm pretty sure. I don't know. But, see, that's an outrageous goal. It doesn't work like that. So if you have a goal in your field that is centered around it, that is more believable goal than you just put the pieces together. I try to think about this quote I made up, or someone else made up. I definitely did not make this up. Set goals that make you doubt yourself, because you might be closer than you think. That means when setting a goal for yourself, you kind of have to doubt yourself a little bit, and that's how you know you're doing it right. Because when you feel that doubt in yourself, you're like, oh, I don't know if I can actually do that. You might be closer than you think, because if you try to reach outside of your comfort zone, and if you're brave enough to set a goal that you might not be able to achieve, that's what sets you apart from the rest of the world. That's what sets you apart from your competition. That's what sets you apart from anything. And that's very powerful, because many people don't realize that. And they're just setting a goal to set a goal, like to say they set a goal, you know? Like with runners in a hard workout, if you set a goal, the goal is to obviously finish the workout perfectly, perfect heart rate, perfect everything works out, right? Well, sometimes that doesn't happen. And let's say you fail a couple reps, or you can't even finish the workout, it's so hard. Well, in my mind, you weren't supposed to succeed that workout that day. You're not supposed to be at that point yet in your journey or the plan. And that's when everything comes back to everything happens for a reason, you guys. It's so true. Everything comes back to everything happens for a reason. Because I feel like when you don't succeed there, something is bigger in your future. There's something bigger in your future. Like, let's say you have that workout again and you succeed, that is growth again. And this is with everything. I want to touch on how everything happens for a reason, and how they go hand in hand. Let's say you have like a job interview, and you go to this job interview. You have 2 job interviews. You really want this one. This is the main one you want. And then if you don't get this one, you could go for this one. But you still want this one. But like, let's be honest, you want this one more. So you go to this one. You think you do pretty good. Turns out you don't get the job. But you weren't supposed to get the job because 5 months down the line, you had to switch job locations because they made a new branch in your department and you had to move there. You had to move to a whole other state. You had to leave everybody. But if you didn't fail that one, you'd have to go. But you did fail. So you went to this one, you got the job, and you got to stay in your city because that's where you're supposed to be. And that makes sense. It's all part of your plan. Like, it's so, that's kind of how I cope with it. People ask me how I deal with failure. Basically everything I just said. Up to this point, that's how I deal with it. And every time I fail, I just think about, dude, okay, deal with your emotions for 5 minutes. Do whatever you need to do to get it out. Then come back, be the bigger person, be bigger than your failure, okay? Be bigger than your failure, be bigger than your goal, and say to yourself, how can I improve? From this point on, how can I improve? How can I make this better? This wasn't supposed to happen today, dude. Everything happens for a reason, okay? So we're chill, we're okay. We just have to keep moving forward. And it was really hard at the start. When I was learning the concept of failure, learning, opportunity, comes growth, comes success, that was really hard to deal with. And my dad helped me a lot with that. But I was just really struggling, just trying to wrap my mind around, how can I learn from this? If I fail, how am I learning? And my dad helped me break it down into those steps, which is finding what is wrong with your plan. Like, let's say, I'm going to give another example. You have a test and you fail that. You failed that, John. What are you going to do? You're just going to redo it and just fail again? No. You're going to go into the professor. You're going to ask, or the TA. You're going to be like, what did I get wrong? How can I fix this? Is it my studying tips? Am I actually taking effective notes? Is it my preparation for the test? Maybe I was stressed. Maybe I didn't get enough sleep. Maybe I was stressed about my other things that were going on up here. Maybe I should have journaled before so I could get all that out. There's so many things that can come into why you failed that test. And it's all about trial and error. With anything. With a workout plan, with runners, with school, with a job. If you write out a plan and you follow that plan until you fail, you go to that, you say, okay, what's wrong? Okay. Go back through it. And see, that's how you grow. It's just growing and growing and growing. And learning and growing. That is the one thing I hope you guys take away from this episode is learning to grow to succeed. It's that simple. It's honestly that simple. And you can't succeed without growing. You can't. Because they come hand in hand with each other. Failure and success come with each other. Because, like I've been saying this whole episode, you can't succeed without growth. Where does growth come from? Failing and learning. It's that simple. Because if you don't change your process and you keep trying to do the same thing over and over again with no changing anything, that is literally the definition of insanity. The definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over again, expecting a different result. And if you get no result, that's called plateau. Like, if you just stay right here and fail, you're plateauing. You're plateaued. You're washed, dude. Like, it's that simple. And I just wish people could wrap their head around that. People can't. And it's mind-boggling to me. Maybe it's because I just had so many people in my life. Like, all this information I have for you today is from my dad, my mom, my sister, the people that are older than me in my life, my coaches, my friends. Everything that I've learned from people is in here. And I wish, like, YouTube videos, podcasts, I wish I could give people credit, and I am. I just don't know what people to give credit for, if that makes sense. But everything happens for a reason. That's all me. That's all me. That's 100% authentically me. Because I am pretty positive that I made that up. Or I didn't get any sources from that. So if you're watching this and I said something that you said to me, please comment down below and give yourself credit, because I feel bad that I'm not giving credit. But I don't know where to give credit, where credit is due. But yeah, this is kind of a short episode. But yeah. No, just seriously, the one thing that I want you guys to take away from this is, I can kind of see it. It goes goal, failure, learning opportunity, growth, success. Those are the steps. Sometimes there's a little more failing, learning, growth, then you finally succeed. But seriously, it's at the end of the day, it's not that deep. It's seriously not that deep. If you fail, everyone fails. Everyone fails. Don't get too worked up about it. Just be the bigger person, be bigger than your goal, be bigger than your failure, and learn how to grow and accept the fact that you're going to fail a lot in your life. But that doesn't matter, and my fridge is going off. So that's all I have for you guys today. I hope you come back for the next episode, and I'll see you guys next time.